coming out of the Brandon Dodge red corner. Coming to the stage, Luis Juarez.
Fight fans, welcome to Sparta 93. Todd Romero is beside me, along with UFC fighter Dustin Jacoby. Tonight here at Sparta, we've got 7 MMA fights, 2 of those being contested in the professional division. We've got 3 Muay Thai rule fights and 2 kickboxing bouts. Going to be a great evening. This is our last show of 2022. We're going to go out with the bang and then look forward to the next year, Todd.
Hey, absolutely. You know, it's our first time back in Denver since the COVID situation. In Colorado, we fight out Wyoming, and then we had one in Greeley, and then finally back in Denver. So we had to pull out the Hanyak, the number 15th ranked light heavyweight in the world, Dustin Jacoby. So you got a teammate fighting tonight in the main event?
Yeah, man, Yusuf Salah, I'm fired up and excited to watch him perform. He's coming off of a couple losses in the UFC and lost his contract, but this kid is extremely high level, very talented, and I expect him to win tonight and get that contract back in the UFC before too long, but looking forward to the entire card.
Yeah, strong endorsement indeed.
Yeah, he's a guy that when you look at him, he's got all the skills that they want, all the skills that they need. It's just a matter of putting it together.
Yeah, he just needs to go out there and be himself, go out there and flow and have fun and impress the crowd. I think he'll do just that tonight, but he's got a tough opponent, and I'm looking forward to it.
Take it back up to Dre Lane and get fighter number 2 introduced.
All right, next fighter coming to the cage. Out of the blue corner, Larry Miller Volkswagen. Coming to the cage, Tylor Mancuello.
Well, JR, the one thing we know about a family affair, their fighters are ready to go. They represent well, and again, they're represented on this last Sparta card prior to the new year.
Always great to see those guys on the card. You know that you're in for watching a well-rounded, well-conditioned fighters. These guys always show up ready to go, and happy to have them on the card.
Now this bout was originally MMA, but is going to be kickboxing. So, Dustin, since you fought for the Glory World Championship in kickboxing, this is right up your alley.
Yeah, for sure, man. I love kickboxing. It's a different sport. It's 2 guys going toe-to-toe. And there's a lot more pain and suffering in kickboxing, in my opinion, you know, that you can't go shoot a takedown to recover, whether you're hurt physically or tired. And, yeah, it's 2 guys going toe-to-toe, and that's my forte, man. I love that.
Full house here at the Crowne Plaza. I think the cold weather, JR, brought out the fight fans.
Yes, it did. Well, that and the fact that we've been away for a little while, and it is the last show of the year, so everybody wanted to get it in before the 2023 season.
Tylor Mancuello enters. He will be in the blue corner. Luis Juarez in the red corner. This is the first of 12 bouts on the night. 2 pro fights tonight. Bielka Soto makes her return, taking on Gloria Grashinin, and that is in the co-main event. And then Edwin Chavez and Yusuf Zalal in the main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I have your attention to the cage, this is a 3-round, 3-minute elimination boxing match. Introducing first, Brandon Dodge, red corner. He stands 5 feet 7 inches, 133 pounds. We have here Luis Juarez. And to the next fighter, he's out of the blue corner for Larry Miller Volkswagen. He stands 5'7", 130 pounds. He fights FA. Give it up for Tylor, the Ninja Mancuello!
Gentlemen, you've had your final instructions. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. So
red tape on the gloves for Juarez, and Mancuello wearing the blue tape.
Well, here we go. All the talk's over.
Absolutely. You remember your very first fight?
It's punchy kicky
Oh, yeah,
time.
of course. I remember my very first fight. I remember my very first kickboxing match. It was Many moons ago. 2008 was my first fight.
Wow.
July of 2008 was my first MMA fight.
Well, Mancuello went with the low kick, right? Both fighters going with the low kicks. Mancuello's kind of coming in wild.
Yeah, he was pressing the action early, looking to get ahead, but not the cleanest of attacks. And Juarez able to just kind of settle down and take advantage of it.
Oh, took a big left hand.
Now Juarez eating some hard shots.
Oy,
Mancuello finding the target.
Dustin, that adrenaline wears off pretty quick once you're there and in it.
Yeah, it sure does, man. And you know, this just shows these guys are a little bit green. They're throwing bombs. They're doing great, but, man, you need to conserve some of that energy and stay tight.
Yeah, it's a good way to empty your gas tank pretty quick.
Yeah, they're loose right now, but they're throwing down. This is entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, they're green, but sometimes you don't know any better until you get a couple of fights in you.
For sure, man. I think they've both been wobbled a little bit.
Well, the corner of Juarez asking him to be the more technical fighter, saying they want him to set up attacks off of his jab. But so far right now, he's relegated to primarily defense against the onslaught of Mancuello.
Mancuello, another solid leg hook, and then a big left-right combination.
Hey, those leg kicks add up, man. You just can't throw them blind. You have to watch out for that counter right.
Oh, big overhand right. You talked about the counter right. There it was.
Only about 30 seconds left in the round here. Going to be interesting to see in round number 2 what Mancuello has left in the gas tank. Because he certainly poured it on. Like we said, not the most technical of attacks, but certainly effective as far as able to probably pull ahead on the judges' cards.
Juarez got a nice shot in there and then came up with a kick towards the end of that round. So he got a shot in, took another leg kick.
Well, hey, that was a very entertaining round.
Yeah,
that was fun to watch. You know, props to both guys. That was fun.
The proverbial slobber knocker.
I mean, they came out rolling. And the difference, too, I mean, when you're sitting there looking at it, in kickboxing, obviously, 3-minute rounds, not 5-minute rounds like MMA, so a little bit different from that standpoint.
And Mancuello not making use of the stool, checking things out here on the replay, and primarily no matter what part of this fight you look at, it's going to be Mancuello trying to pressure forward with some hard and wild shots, and Juarez, I think, kind of biding his time, waiting for Mancuello to wear himself out a little bit, and then I think we're round 2 probably see him come out with a little more technical attack.
The other thing, too, Dustin, I noticed is Juarez turned his back a couple times. Shows the greenness.
Yeah, for sure. What he does do well is keep a good high guard, and what that can do is if you walk your opponent down with a high guard, it makes them busy and feel like they're really active, then they're wearing themselves out.
Wow, and we are picking it right up where we left off. Mancuello literally sprinting across the cage to get round 2 started.
Mancuello again with the combinations. He's not just throwing one either. I mean, he's coming in with several on the attack. Ooh, body shot as well. Then a left hand comes up. Really changing levels and back down to the basement.
Mancuello finding success here early in round 2, working highs and lows. Yeah, those leg kicks paying off.
He's attacking the body. He's attacking down low.
That's the thing for a young fighter, Dustin. Attacking at different levels is key.
Yeah, absolutely. It just it opens up a lot more throughout the fight and gives your opponent something more to think about.
Big right hand kind of staggered Juarez. Mancuello continuing to pour it on. Juarez can take some punishment, too.
A number of times Juarez made the mistake of allowing his back to get pressured up against the cage. That's where he's taking some of his hardest shots here in round 2.
Ooh, another big-time leg kick.
Mancuello's doing a great job of going high-low, high-low.
And able to keep a pace that I'm surprised by. Well done by Mancuello. Juarez starting to fade here.
Yeah, Juarez better return something here. Turned his back once again.
Yep.
There's that back turn that you mentioned.
Oh, and then he goes with the knee.
Great knee, man. Mancuello, he's got an engine, doesn't he?
Boy.
gotta
just
be
like he
careful
was
here.
working the heavy bag there.
Yeah, he's got to be careful for that big overhand.
Boy, you're wondering how many you're going to return before you call this thing. He's taking some serious punishment.
Great round for Mancuello.
How tough is Juarez?
Yeah, extremely tough, man. He's got the heart of a champion. There's no doubt about that.
Referee getting in Juarez's face, taking a look at his eyes, making sure he's okay. As a fighter, that's a bit of a dejecting thing to have the referee come over and say, "Hey, you okay, man?" I only say it because I've been there.
Dusty did a great job of, again, changing levels. Then he goes to the body once he gets the attention.
Yeah, man, he did an awesome job of going high and going low and mixing up his attacks. There's Juarez turning the back again, like you said, that's never good.
Well, Mancuello surprised me in round number 2 with being able to keep that pace.
Uh-oh.
What's going on?
Is he cramping up a little bit?
Had some of his most effective tags.
Oh, he's got that right leg's a problem. Let's see what happens with it.
I would say he might be cramping up.
Ooh. Juarez with the left hook, 2 of them. And I don't think Juarez saw him. I don't think he saw him limping like we did.
He's moving well, though. I haven't seen it during any of his footwork be a problem so far.
I got woke up by cramp the other night, fellas. It's no fun. Big hands. Boy, Mancuello's gas tank's pretty good.
Good knee off the cage by Juarez, but Mancuello just continues the pressure.
It's the volume he's throwing.
They're over in the corner of Mancuello, and they're telling him just more of the same, keep with the attack.
Juarez's corner saying, listen, you got to go now. Spinning hook kick missed. Nice jab. Spinning back fist connects by Mancuello.
And acknowledged by Juarez.
You know what I like about Mancuello is he's still got his foot on the gas pedal. He could just sit back right now. He's up 2 rounds in my opinion, but no, he's still going. He's still fighting and looking for that finish.
44 seconds left in this fight, and somehow Juarez is standing on top. But you're right, continuing to press the action, because listen, you know better than anybody in recent history what happens when something goes to the judges' scorecards.
Yeah, you just never know, man. You never know.
Ooh, big right. You know, I think Mancuello's got the reach advantage. At least it appears that way, JR, because of how he struck.
Yeah, partway through round number 2, Juarez was spending a little time doing really good work with his distancing. That's kind of gone away as Mancuello has figured it out a little bit for himself.
Nice jab, jab by Mancuello's doing the job. Anytime that Juarez came forward, there's that jab right there.
And that ankle issue seemingly not a problem.
Oh, man. Is it swollen? His foot's swollen. I don't think it's a cramp.
I don't know. Maybe he stepped
I think
wrong?
he got a leg, a kick checked earlier in the fight.
Wonder if that has anything to do with why this was taken away from being an MMA fight and turned into a kickboxing match.
Maybe.
Maybe this was something that was existing prior.
Yeah, interesting. You never know.
That was an entertaining first fight, that's for sure.
Well, you know, he didn't throw that many leg kicks in the 3rd round compared to the first couple. So
You watch him, he's a little ginger on that right. Even the spinning back fist, the rotation wasn't there. He can limp after the victory.
I tell you what, the pain never hurts as much after a win.
True word.
That was 3 rounds. That was the 3rd round.
That was it, yeah.
Juarez wanted to go some more, man. Fight's over.
Thought he had some time left.
Oh, man, look at him limping.
Oh, it's the top of his foot.
Oh, it's swelling already. You can see
a bubble coming up there.
Oh, yeah.
Like you get from a knee block or kicking an elbow.
Oh, yeah. When you see it up close, it's kind of nasty looking. Well, that's the first time that I've seen, at least since we've been doing the fights, JR, a fighter wanted to come out, he got the snot beat out of him for 3 rounds, he's ready for the 4th.
He's got the fighting spirit.
Well, that's interesting. You wonder now, was Juarez holding something in the reserve? Was he trying to make sure he had the energy to go a couple more rounds?
Well, you got to know how many rounds you're fighting.
Thought it was a 5-round fight. Yeah, agreed.
You know, you got to know what you're going into. You got to know what you're doing.
100%. And if not, find a new team.
Well, waiting for the decision and the cards coming up. Here we go. Let's get it up.
Check. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for these awesome fighters. The results are in. The results are in, and these fighters gave it all out here. All judges scored about 30-27 for your winner. In the blue corner, Tylor Mancuello!
Well, as expected, Mancuello with the victory, but that was a hard-fought victory, and both guys will walk away taking some lessons from this one, and hope to see him battle it out again.
Yeah, it was I determined a good early in the career fight. Lessons to be learned by both camps, and well done by both fighters. They certainly entertained the crowd.